And if for some reason you don't get one of the handouts this summer school, okay, I think we're live. Okay, yay. If you don't get one of the summer camps, y'all, it's all in our Facebook group, and we'll get it posted to the Tuesday night as well. But there's lots of did y'all see at the bottom of summer camp, like who's looking forward to their spa pedicure? Me. But there's some fun, awesome prizes at the end of the summer. It goes all the way through August. And remember, you do need to email your takeaways. I think one of y'all emailed me last Monday. Because if you don't email me, that's your attendance. I'm not tracking it. I'm not going back and counting up which meetings you were at. You just have to send me a quick email and give me, blah, blah, this was my takeaway. And that is your attendance, okay? Remember the summer camp, because we're also participating with Leah Carta on Sunday night on her summer camps. And in order to get credit for those, you got to post in the Voxer group for her. Okay, so we made a specific Voxer group for the summer camp with Leah, and as long as you post your, which I've been doing pretty good about that. Stephanie Coker was amazing. You've done that too, yeah. And so when you post in there, then that counts as your attendance for that. So are y'all good on that? Does that make sense?
Would this be week 5?
Yeah.
Or week 4? I know.
I have week 6.
What?
Are you talking
3, 4,
Are you
5,
talking
6.
Leah? Oh, no, I'm talking about Leah.
Oh,
It
Leah
was 5.
Okay.
It said 4 on the deal because I thought it was wrong too. But I went back and counted, and it was 5.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Just as long as you see the different speaker each week, you're good.
Yeah.
All right. So, so does that make sense? And so next week we are doing pizza and possibilities with the tracking. So we're gonna eat pizza and have fun and talk about the quarterly tracking notebook. We're gonna show that a little bit tonight, but we're gonna go into that next week. And then the following week is flawless foundation. So we're gonna go over all the foundation matching and all of our different types of foundations. It's probably really good for new consultants, especially, but everything in our line. Okay, and then of course the following week we won't be here. We will be at seminar. Okay, so I do have a couple little prizes. Let me hand out real quickly. Melissa's in there. Cheat sheet, so we'll give her necklace in a minute. So Shannon here, I'm going to give her Sonic gift card.
Thank you so much.
This is because she didn't drive all the way up here to Denton to go to the movies with us.
Sorry, guys.
Okay, we had a girls' night out. For May. So I just gave you a Sonic gift card because I couldn't find a $10 movie gift card. Okay, so you can enjoy you some happy hours this summer. All right, and then we had Lauren had for our book 10 challenge to have 5 or 10 bookings on her books by the 5th. She had 5 by the 5th. Yay! So she's getting a 2 samplers, a normal to try, and a limited combo. Yay! And then Melissa, we can clap for her silently, but she's out there doing the skincare class. She had 10 on her books, 5 parties, 5 appointments, and so she gets her pick of one of the Go sets. So, woo-hoo! Yay! And actually, let me just jump in since we're talking about Melissa. It's all good. The closing sheet. So we were trying really hard to use the company closing sheet, but we finally just kind of put our foot down and just we weren't following enough, roll it back. So this is our bag. This is our closing sheet. This is the one that Melissa's been using. In fact, she did the closing for us at Angelina's a couple weeks ago. But I cleaned it up, got all the new Timewise 3D on it, and we did take off. We made a few little tweaks, not huge, but this is what she'll be using with the guests tonight. So they'll have the option of getting to purchase a princess bag, which is pockets 1 through 3 for $1.99. Or they can be have a queen bag for $2.99, or they can be a boss babe, which is purchasing their starter kit. Okay, so those are their choices with the closing. And so I'll just pass these around. I will get it posted tomorrow in our Facebook group. It'll be in a PDF and a JPEG. I just shot them over to Office Depot and had them print them and laminate them just so I can throw some in my starter kit. They don't get ruined. But Office Depot, my bill was like $20. I had something else printed too, and I had like 15 of these made. So you probably
we're not putting the starter kit on the back.
I have not gotten that far yet. That's a great idea, actually. Okay, so don't print them off yet. I was so anxious just to get them in my hands. We would have them here tonight because I knew we had lots of guests coming tonight, and so that would be a great idea to put the starter kit on the back.
And
Like
then the
that?
one we got from La Frida
Yeah.
Saturday.
I didn't see it. I wasn't in there. So did it have
I'll pull it out of the bag.
Okay, perfect. So I'll just pass these around. If you want to take a glance at them right now, you're welcome to. They're a work in progress then. So that's good, but I'm excited, and Barb, it goes back to us being like, well, we just don't practice back this
I was gonna say, we're not quite using it either anymore.
Okay, good.
No,
I mean, we tried.
so that's why, yeah, I'm gonna look at yours
Yeah,
tomorrow.
we totally tried. I feel like we gave it our best, and just the cells with the roll it backs just like weren't what they used to be. And so
They were starting with the 110s instead of the roll-up bag.
yeah, and I've already sold. I used it the first time and sold the princess bag.
Yeah, I'll look at it.
So
It's
very
really a good
good.
deal for them too.
Oh, it is.
And
It's totally
getting
a great
them started on a lot of products.
Yeah.
So a lot of.
Oh, sweet. I'd love to have a copy of that. That would look really good on the back of that. Okay, do you need that or can I?
Sure.
That would, okay, so yeah, we'll work on that. Okay, who had their quarterly tracking planner? Would somebody pull yours out? And who would like to like jump up and give a quick synopsis? Everybody knows, this is something new that we started it last quarter. It's been updated for this first quarter.
You did.
And I'll give my 2 cents worth on it after. You want to share, Lauren?
Okay, so I actually went up to my work today and found it myself.
Yeah.
Mine looks a little special. But this is what it looks like. Okay, so 90 days. So we have 3 months in here. So we got the 100 faces in 100 days at the front. And thank you so much, Shelly, for putting this all in one PDF. Like literally, I was meeting with a colleague of mine this afternoon and I was in a hurry. And I was like, I've got to go. I've got to get this printed. I got to get it here. You know, and I literally like sent it to the printer, went in, punched it, found it, and left. And it took me like 2 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so we have goal for the month, and then I put little tabs. In fact, here's my. Oh, this is my old one. I was taking notes on it too. I have a little. I'll show you my April. I put that in front of mine, but April, May, and June tabs, and then I also have a tab for my booking. So I can generate to it. I also added a tab. In this one, I was taking notes in the back. But,
Yeah.
So anyway, you guys set a goal at the beginning of the month, and then you've got all your parties there, and your perfect 12-week tracking. So how much you sold, who you did a career chat with, and everything on one page for the month. And then every week you're tracking what you're doing that week. Oh, that one got out of order, didn't it? Oh, the rest was. I didn't even check it. I just put it.
No, that's right. I changed mine up.
Maybe we should have a.
Oh, yeah,
no, mine's the same way.
Yeah. Anyways, okay, so then you have your weekly
Maybe
fan
just
sheet.
go together for the week.
Yeah, but then there should be. Oh, gotcha. Because there's 4. Yeah.
Yeah, there's 4.
But I was thinking daily. I don't know why. Look at this daily. But you only use 1 a week. Yeah. Okay. I was thinking there'd be 4 of those, but 4. So yeah, there's you plan your week, and then you have your month. You have more parties, and you're tracking the whole month, and you have something to look at every week. Blah blah blah. Okay, and then at the back, where you would put your other little tab, and back there is your booking ribbons. Yeah, you got all your booking on Facebook. I am really loving having booking for 3 months together.
Yeah.
And then starting fresh because that helps my brain.
Yeah.
So I haven't done it yet, so I just got these printed today, but I'm gonna take all of my people that I'm still interested in from this quarter and put them in this quarter. And everybody else, you can on your Facebook. So
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Thank you, Lauren. Okay, so just so I'm like, today is the 10th. We're gonna have to get faster and getting into the new quarterly notebook. But it's funny because I've got both of mine going at the same time. But there's something about like closing out the last quarter and like leaving it behind, pulling out just what you want, like as far as the leads go, and having a new fresh lead page. I don't know, is there something cleansing about that? But you can change and make new habits, anything in 90 days. And so I did leave the 100 faces tracking at the front. Notice that was the Go Give 100 faces tracking sheet. But I left it in there because I wanted you guys to be able, at the end of the year, you'll have 4 of your notebooks and you can pop that open and you can see every quarter how many faces you did for that quarter. And so it's just like black and white, bam, there's no arguing. There's no, that was your business. well, that was your executed business plan. But that way you have tracking and you're able to see, you can look back and see what went well, what didn't, and we have all that to be able to grow. Because if you're not tracking anything, we all know that only a track number grows. So it's all there. I think almost everybody's got it printed. Oh, yours looks fabulous.
Oh, yeah. Well, it should look.
I highly recommend get into it, write in it. I did do a PDF on one page only so that you can take notes on the back side. So like tonight, so like you've got the week going on 7-2 to 7-8, flip it over to the second week and take notes tonight on that page. So everything's together, you guys, and you're not flying all over the page trying to find your papers. And you don't have to worry about it in the journal. But it's just all, and that's how I work. And so it just dawned on me one day, like, this works for me. And a lot of my girls are not my personality style, but y'all are embracing it, right? Okay, awesome. All right, so that's a synopsis. So have your book if you don't already have it printed and dive into it this week. Get your leads in there. And then next week, that'll be like a stepping stone to taking those tracking into your weekly accomplishment sheet from there. And so that's just part of your tracking. It's part of your weekly business plan.
I love tracking.
And I'll say one more thing about it, because
She meant it too. I know.
Get right on that. Why do you love it, Yvonne?
Because I see what I have done, which is so great, and then I see what I haven't done. That's so great. And then I can grow from that.
Right. Yeah, if you don't see it, then you don't.
And I'm confident about what I'm saying. I'm like, I know what I did. I have it right here. And then when I'm not confident, I better get my butt in gear.
So you can see why you're not.
Yeah.
Where it went.
Yeah.
And so the last thing I'll say about it, because I know Sue Ann posted a picture today with her calendar next to her weekly plan sheet. And so, so yes, they do go hand in hand. Okay, you do have to have your monthly calendar, and I would suggest that you have one monthly calendar. Okay, like you don't have a work calendar and then a personal calendar. You gotta have one.
That's why I added that to this one because I was like, oh my gosh, I still have this one. And then I started transferring over, and I'm like, oh my gosh, why am I doing this twice? Why?
Yeah. Right, extra work. And so, but your calendar is made to work with a plan sheet, you guys. So like you book your appointments, you book your family time, you book your personal time, everything on the calendar. And then like on Sundays, I start filling in my weekly plan sheet. Sometimes Saturday, I'll start filling in the plan sheet for the next week. And so that way you get more detailed, and then you can fit in like your daily habits and the things that you want to fit in and plan a little bit tighter. Okay, so they work hand in hand. Like I never leave home without my tracking, with that, and then my day book as well. So I do have both. Okay, so any other comments, questions about the quarterly planner? Okay. Okay. Yay. All right. Awesome. Okay. So we're gonna jump in tonight because we have lots to share. So we have Barb is gonna kick us off with the top 10.
Okay.
So this is really cool. And I was trying to decide whether or not to let them to share all their stuff first, but
Mine's quick.
yours is quick. Okay. And so I think I've officially announced it. I think I've announced this is really funny. I've announced it like to one-on-one. I think some of y'all have gotten kind of the drift, but you're going to be hearing lots of it. But our team is going to be a team that goes from 300,000 to 650 this year.
It's just
like,
a little double.
It's just a double. It's just totally doubling. And so when Barb said she was coming tonight, I was like, yes, because she's done the Circle of Excellence 9 times. So y'all think we might could learn something from her? I think so too. And so take it away.
Well, I thought, okay, what would be fun for you guys? And really, it's about you. Okay, so, top 10 member, Letterman, whatever. Okay. Just in case. For you to be a Circle of Excellence student, you don't have to take notes. You could ask me later if you have questions. Okay, number 10
It's recorded.
is your director will have an expanded circle of friends who are the best in all of Mary Kay after relaxing and chatting, because that's all you do is chat, for a week with the top directors and the corporate staff. So she's going to be in the know. And if anything, top director Boxer is like my favorite thing, and you can't be on it unless you've gone on a trip. And it is like, it's all, I mean, it's all the top. And so it's constant ideas all day long. It's like, you know, somebody will just say, hey, you know, I'm thinking about a new consultant, whatever, and she'll get 10 of the top directors instantly given ideas. So that's going to help you, right?
You're like drooling.
You're 9. All right, maybe this is the same. I shouldn't explain. 9, your director will be able to be in the know faster with a circle of friends, and she'll be able to share all the tips with you. So also, I think one of the best things about being on the trip is you get to know the corporate. You were already talking about some corporate people, but you really get to know the corporate staff. So you're not just, you're not just, okay, Barbara, who is that? What's your consultant number? It's like, hey, Barb, you know what's going. So you really have, just have it. 8 is you will be able to hear about the company updates, any changes, and what the company's focus is before anyone else, because that's who they share it with the nationals first, and then they share it on the trip. And so you guys will know before anybody. Okay,
Are you calling it Liddy's?
Okay, 7. Okay, well, you will all be on a high that will be unbelievable, because Circle of Excellence is a team win, and every one of you, well, every single thing you do, you'll be able to claim that win. So I always say it's every single face. I mean, if you have a new team member, Gina just came in and did her one little order at the end of June. That, you know, as she came in, she helped with our team win. So every single face, every customer, it all helps. 6, your customers and your friends will be wowed by your director's success in Mary Kay, and they'll all want to join your team. And that means more money and success for you, right? Okay. 5, oh my gosh, the best. You'll have better seats at seminar and all the cool lunches, right? So are y'all going to seminar, right? You know, okay. 4, I'm sure she'll do this because I always do this. You'll be able to achieve special prizes from Hawaii this year, because she's going to give you challenges while she's away on the beach. I always do that. I'm like, hey, I can't take you with me, but I can bring you stuff. Okay, 3. You'll be able to brag forever that you're a top unit. And I think that's, you know, like, that's something you can put on your answering machine. You can, you know, I don't know, we should be able to put it on our business cards. I don't know if we can. 2, kind of going along with that, just by being in a top unit, a Circle of Excellence unit, you're one of the best in all of Mary Kay. When you share that at your parties and with your customers, you just have more credibility. You're not just a fly-by-night consultant. You're part of a very top unit. And, you know, successful women want to follow a successful woman. And so that relates to all of you too. And number 1, your director will be able to mentor you to earn your very first top directorship, because she'll know how to do it. Are y'all ready? I just thought that would be more fun than me just telling them, here's why you got to do it. But I will say, you know, it really is a team win, but it comes from you just really, if all of you doubled, right, you have it. I mean, and so I know that Charlie's already said that she's been working with you guys on your goals to put it together, but you just got to plan what you all want, and then it's you all getting your necklaces this year, right? And then bringing in the team members as always. Book sell, share, recruit, right? And do it again. So.
Well, cool, and that's perfect like leeway, because I'm gonna stay seated, and so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take time. Y'all have gotten me so excited. It's July the 10th, and I can't sleep. I'm up early, and I'm up late. I got up yesterday, what was yesterday, Monday? I don't even know what day it is either. I got up early to go. I go swim with Alyssa early on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then Alec wanted to stay up late till midnight to watch a movie. I'm like, sure, it's the summer. so we're burning, but it's all good. It's all good. But y'all got me so excited. Just listening to y'all's reasons why you're going to be building your business for the next level this year. And so this is carryover from last week, because last week we had our Happy New Year. And so we kind of had talked a little bit about going deeper with why we're really working our business. But it was cool because some of y'all, we'd already had conversations, and some of you had some conversations afterwards. So we're just going to share now. And so the idea was to bring your goal poster. If you brought it, some of y'all did print some out. Some of y'all did some on your phones. But just pull it out, whatever you have, or if you haven't made it yet, that's okay. You can hop up and tell about it, because I think definitely the faster we start sharing about it. And in the next coming weeks, we're going to be rolling into how to bring that why at your parties, at your facials. You have to tell like everybody. And I'll be honest, we talked about circle of excellence. Every time I'm still kind of like it kind of comes out, kind of doesn't come out. Sometimes it comes out more confident. Sometimes it squeaks out. And like I'm really saying that. But I do have my head in a really good book right now, so that's helping. So I mean, that's how y'all should feel about yours too. I mean, as we're all moving forward, we're gonna have really confident moments. They're really like lack of confidence, but that's what we're all in this together for. But so anyway, I want you guys to share, and I have this vision. I don't even know if I told you this picture, and this is also a work in progress. I've got lots of ideas in my head, but we're gonna be putting together a puzzle, like some type of a puzzle. I'm not sure what the picture is gonna be, whether it's gonna have all y'all's faces on it. And I have to figure out how many number of puzzle pieces we need. But as I've been collecting all of y'all's, plans and your goals, I'm going to take all those. And actually, I'm heading to Austin this weekend with my oldest one. He's going down there to swim at a swim meet at UT. And my family was like, Alyssa was like, oh, he can go by himself. He's 18. I'm like, I know he can go by himself, but I'm going. I could use a hotel room by myself all day, and the pool. And so I'm excited to take all of y'all's goals, my personal working goals, and put them all on paper and see how many puzzle pieces that comes up with, and what we have left. And I'm gonna have it all on the plan. And so somehow get it stamped out, pulled apart, where we can start putting that together. And every quarter, as you complete your puzzle piece, you get to put it up on our picture. Isn't that cool?
That is very cool.
So I don't know if it'll all work out, because I'm not real creative when it comes to that kind of stuff. But we're gonna put something. I know, I think Alyssa can help. So anyway, so it's just cool how we're all intertwined together. And so Lupe, even you selling girl, you're gonna be a puzzle piece. So even
I sell
and
it's so because that's the reason I don't want it to die out. That's why I'm still going with it. And it's so frequent because I'm with all the Spanish speaking. I was like, okay, what's next? I was like, so let me try going that way.
Right. So even you just staying active all year long and placing your tutoring, I mean, that all counts. Yeah. And so we have to have those orders too. So, okay, so who wants to jump up? Who's like, Diane, sit on the side, go chair.
Well, basically my goal is to continue. Because I work anywhere from 50 to 60 hours a week. I'm a single mom with 3 kids. Actually 7 if you count the 4-legged friends. But single mom with all those and the 60 to 50 hours a week, I do this whenever I can fit it in. And my kids are okay with it. But she was good with it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so who wants to jump up and share their big one?
Go, Lauren, you're so excited.
I'm so excited. I'll wait for you to go first. You saw my boxer.
I've been waiting all day long.
Well, Lauren, will you come around here so we can get you on the video?
Oh yeah.
I wasn't on the video. They can hear me.
So I haven't made a poster yet, but I do have a poster board, and I'm gonna make a poster. I'm trying to find. I was gonna pass around my. There it is. Okay, just don't scroll through my pictures. I started the detox and I took some before pictures. And okay. Well, maybe I'm gonna look at it so I can tell you what's on here, but I'm gonna pass it around. Okay, so there's a picture of me and my best friend at her wedding last September. She's pregnant now. She's having a baby this spring, and I want to take my girls to go see her and the baby because she lives in California. They're also buying a house. I'm so excited to see their new house and meet the baby and go to the beach. But plane tickets are very expensive. And for me and my girls to go, it's gonna be a lot. So I'm gonna be prepared for that. And then this is me and Ebony. I'll just kind of show you like again. This is me and Ebony at the Be Amazing event thing this past weekend. Ebony, I trained Ebony when she joined Richardson ISD. And so we taught together, and we both like locked eyes when we saw each other on Saturday, and we said, this is my last year teaching, like both of us together, like at the same time. And so just like really seeing me and her together right there is gonna be like, I know she's doing it and I'm gonna do it too. I'm not gonna finish this year and have her quit teaching and me not. And so that's that. This is me in the cruise from Saturday right there. I'll come back to that thought. There's me and my awesome little girlies. I have 4-year-old twins, and and my husband. I'm trying to zoom in, but that was on their birthday. We took them on like a little event, a little day, like adventure day, and that's just my reminder to be with them. And that's me, and then like in bed with a little selfie. And then I think Caroline actually took that one, but it's just us hanging out. Summer's so great. Like I have had so much fun being with them. And I actually took a little video of both of them saying, I asked them, what's your favorite part of mommy being home? And so I got to like have that, like their voices saying it to me. And so I'm gonna, yeah, and that PowerPoint, like the idea of visualizing and putting it, I'm gonna put their videos in the PowerPoint. And, yeah. And then over here, I got piles of cash. So each one of these represents $5,000. And so I'm gonna put that like on the goal lister and mark it and kind of track it off. And then this is like my little teacher with an X through it. When I get that far.
I'm so glad I did the visual. I was like, money, goodbye.
Yeah. Okay, so then I also put on here the Denizens Design Our Own Lives. So Colin and I, we kind of like vision cast together. He has kind of started his own thing. He's also finishing up school. He has 1.5 years left of school. So this year of me teaching, then I'll have a semester left. And my goal is to, all this money right here will give us a funded emergency fund. It'll basically like cushion us enough to make it through the next fall semester, to give me the security that I need to step forward in faith that I will pick this up and in the meantime. And so by reaching all of that, he will be done after that one semester, and then who knows what will happen with him. But anyway, he's got his own thing going on. And we have discovered that we just really love to make our own schedule and be together all the time, except for when we don't want to be. And then have our own things to go do and just be in charge of our own lives. Like we are so excited about that. So, and then I have 30/5. That means 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. That's my commitment. I will spend 30 minutes on the phone for my business Monday through Friday. Like that will happen. And then I have 3+3+3, which y'all probably know what that stands for. Does anybody know what that stands for?
Somebody might know.
Oh, yeah, that's why I asked. Anybody want to tell Gina what 3+3+3 stands for?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm talking so much. Okay. $300 in sales a week, 3 parties a week, and 3 career chats, like interviewing people. And then one thing that stood out to me on Saturday was, I don't even know who said it or when, but faithful or fearful. And my first thought was, am I really going to do 30 minutes, 5 days a week? Am I going to be faithful to my commitment that I made to myself? Or am I going to be afraid, like I can't do it, I don't have enough time, I'm too scared to actually step out and make it happen, or like once I get there, like I don't want to self-sabotage, right? Like I don't want to say, oh, well, I made it, but now I'm too scared to actually go through with it. So I just, okay, so that choice. Yeah, choice, the daily choice. Yeah, so that's, yeah.
When you made it, you like made it black and white. There's no in between. That's awesome.
I also looked at my numbers to get where I need to be, and like broke it down like by month. And I said, I'm not willing to work enough to do that much on my own. And so that is me, like I need a team. I've got a team built because I need people to help me. I can't do it by myself. So yeah. Thank you for going first. All right, who wants to go next?
Mine's still very much in I think
Come on up to me. Oh my gosh, yeah.
Is that all thing? Okay, well, I'm your husband. Yes. Well, I was supposed to be at a conference. I was, working on other things. What are you doing? Nothing. I'm doing nothing. So I have one on my phone, which I've had for a while. Which is my screensaver. Anyway, just basically, that's my basic one because, you know, I'll never check it. Financial freedom. And I took a picture of the one that's actually up in my bedroom. And then, thanks to Shelly, because I've been very, let's just say broad and generic about goals. I'd say I want vacation. But I've never said, this is my vacation. So Shelly's like, let's just make this a little bit more detailed. So I did. So then I was like, take my husband on vacation. Well, then that kind of changed because my 6-year-old was like, so why are you doing this again? I was like, I want money. We want vacations. He's like, where are we going to go on vacation? And I'm like, where do you want to go? And he's like, I want to go to Universal Studios. I'm like, okay. So he priced out Universal Studios, and then he got his brother into it. And I'm like, okay. And so now I'm down to 2 vacations, so one for me and my husband separately. So I made that. He wants to go to Vegas because he's never been to Vegas. I'm like, so we have 2 vacations, but the boys aren't going though. And then my 6-year-old got smart, and he's like, you know, in your car, you can put, because I've got little, whatever the little screen thing. He said, you know, you can put pictures on here, right? And I'm like, oh, so he downloaded a pink Cadillac in Universal. He doesn't put pictures of my car. I don't know how, because I don't know how to do it. So yeah, so he's like, you gotta look at this every day. So I'm okay. Thank you. So I had to change all mine because I don't have the 3D one here. Yeah. That's up in my room right now. So.
Okay, so hold on. You didn't tell the boys about your husband.
Oh no. They just think we're all going to Universal Studios. That's just what they think. Yeah, they don't go. They have.
So do you remember like what's the rollout for the one with your husband?
Oh, that by Christmas I want the whole thing paid for.
Okay.
So Universal Studios by next summer.
Okay. So we were talking about her taking her funds and you're going to put a down payment on a trip for her and her husband, like a cruise.
A cruise. We started with a cruise.
Yeah. And then she can pay it out and give that to him.
Yes.
You got to be visualizing it Christmas morning.
Christmas morning.
Like, what is he going to do when he opens that and sees that?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I have actual specific instead of like, I'm going on vacation. Because I can say that all day long.
Right.
But this is more, I have to go on vacation.
Christmas present.
Christmas present. But yeah, because I mean, you know, here it's got generic vacation. So, and bills. So yeah, that's Universal Studios on there. All that good stuff. Oh, I can see it.
Hey, awesome. We started a 10 attempt on Sunday where we do 10 attempts each day. And so have y'all noticed a little like easier to jump into it because you're on you have a purpose?
Yes.
like it's almost like it's it's non-negotiable. There's no question. You just jump in and do it now because you're very clear on what you're working towards.
I mean, those aren't as bad.
I know.
Whatever.
I'm not expecting some extra enthusiasm in you guys that isn't normally there. So it's pretty cool. Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Ron, you want to go next?
Yeah.
Awesome. So, hey guys. So this is really big for me actually, for our family. We have, we are in the process of looking for a house. I know it's crazy, but God willing, we're looking for a 5-bedroom house so everybody can have their own room and be in their own space. We have a 16-year-old, 2 12, and then they're not twins, but they're stepbrothers, and then a 10-year-old girl. So everybody has already sent me bukus of pictures of what they want in their room, and that's going to go on actual visual poster in our house and on my phone and anywhere I can see it. So right now what I have for my pic collage is everybody having their own room. And I'll tell you what, it's so hard to find little headshots of your kids. not looking crazy. Everybody looks all like, you know, but so that's them. And of course, we're going to get Xena, our little dog, a house too. We can't leave her out. And then I liked Lauren's idea with the little money bags. I haven't figured out the exact number yet for the year, but we're actually trying to have our house by January. So that way I can be able to put things in your rooms that they would love. And then me in my red jacket. And I really like the commitment, discipline, and obsession. So my husband has just been seeing me, you know, he's used to me, oh, I'll do that later, let me do the dishes, let me do the clothes, let me do this. I'm like, the kids need to do the dishes and the clothes, I got things to do. I'm obsessed with my phone calls right now. I'm obsessed with Mary Kay right now. I'm obsessed with getting you guys y'all's rooms right now, so you guys can do the dishes. So, yeah.
So they've already started sending you pictures.
Oh yeah, we got the gamer kid has his whole gaming chair. It's like this big chair with a speaker. You can recline it. It has like a little footstool, like only when you lean back it has a footstool or something. And then we have Landon's real cool. He has this big old it's his fancy name. It's like this wall carpet thing that has like circles, you know, like this big design. Yeah, with like lights and stuff. And then Alyssa, of course, has like little knickknacks and butterflies everywhere. She has her whole bed. She has the loft bed where you can go up in the bed, and she wants to be able to study downstairs. You know, I mean, everybody has their own thing. So yeah.
How's that gonna feel when you get to fund all that?
Oh my God, this will feel amazing. Especially when I say to clean it.
Pay for that.
Your own room.
Yeah, and I feel like in the process of doing that, I'll find some team members that want to help me achieve that goal. So, yeah. That's fine. If y'all want to go around, it's kind of fun.
I like obsession.
Yeah. Yeah, that was really cool. Like, Yvonne went around through because I was like, do y'all have a computer home where your kids can just print off pictures? No. But they've been sending her pictures, and then she's been putting it on her phone and then print it off at work.
Yeah.
So she found a way around it. That was pretty cool. Yeah. Okay, awesome. One or two more. Shannon, do you want to share?
I did not bring mine up.
That's okay. Is it on the car or something?
No, it's in Fort Worth.
Oh, that's fine. You can talk about it. You don't have to.
It won't be here.
Just promise you'll take a picture and post it later or something. Yeah.
All right, so I spoke with Shelly yesterday. So I'm going into this year completely full of fear. I started selling Mary Kay. Actually, I just hit my 3 years like last week, I think it was.
Me too.
Did you? Yay! And so when I started, it was just to get my discount, and then and I report to Jennifer, who's my upline, and all along she and Linda have been saying, well, you just gotta quit working, you just need to do Mary Kay, and that wasn't an option. I made really good money, and in order to supplement, you know, there's this point at which, you know, like the basket has to fall in order to make things work. And but I knew I had an acquisition with my work coming up, and so I kept telling them, I said, just wait this acquisition, and then I can kind of, you know, do something different. Well, lo and behold, the acquisition came, and my job was cut. So I am totally fearful, and I am not shopping for another job. So this is my year, is to make this happen. So kind of like you're giving yourself a year to build up. Well, I just kind of, they did it for me. So success is not an option, and failure is not success is only an option. Failure is not an option. And so having to do it and making it happen, and then having a great group to support and encourage, and learning everything that we have so far, is just going to make it happen. That's my goal. Is I am not shopping for a job, but I still obviously have a car, and my kids go to private school, and them not going to private school is not negotiable. So.
And we set her some stepping stones to get her moving up, so she can put some cash in there and continue moving and growing this year.
I've never tracked before, so kind of like you know, 3 years and just kind of doing it lollygagging, and my husband always says, well, I think it's just a money pit. And I'm thinking, well, no, I think I make a little bit of money doing this. I mean, and so going through the training and actually having the bank account set up so you can actually show your family some money will probably help solidify that this really isn't just a habit or a money pit, that, you know, there is actually money being made. Right? So that's exciting.
All right, 7:36. One more. We'll take one more.
I'll go again.
I was trying to give you the eyeball, but.
Okay, after Saturday, I had a lot of takeaways from Saturday. But one that really stuck with me was, when you do it for someone else and not for yourself. And I've been married to my husband for like 32 years. And in that 32 years, every year, he have taken me on a nice vacation, planned vacation. He planned it out and he'll walk up and say, this is your trip to wherever he decides to plan every year since I've been married. I kid you not. So I was sitting there and I said that I would like to do that to him. And I traveled with him with his job when he make his quotas and go this outside of the vacation that he plans for us. So what I would like to do is to be on our anniversary next year is to do a surprise vacation and not let him know and take him. But I have to find somewhere, like you said, Rome or somewhere to go. He has been to Hawaii, just a lot of different places. So I want to take him somewhere that he will remember instead of me just taking and enjoying the vacations he did. I want to give back to him. So that's my plan. So Shelley and I came up with a goal to go towards it.
Awesome.
We gotta make that place.
Yeah, I have to pick a place, but I have to. We've been on several cruises, and so I'm like,
Where have you known?
maybe y'all can help me with it.
Have you done an Alaskan cruise? Those are really awesome.
I haven't done Alaska.
My parents love theirs.
You're not giving me all these ideas.
Taking you on.
Spending on lunch dinner.
Believe it or not, the best cruise that I have enjoyed so far was the Disney cruise. When we took our kids on the Disney cruise, to me that was the best moment.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta talk about it. Oh, you actually have no, come on, Lenny.
Go.
You wanna just share from there?
I'm still very much in progress and I've got issues with my computer. And let me type to show the paragraph line.
Okay.
I'm frustrated. So anyway, in order to get where I want to go, the B's got to be in play. So that's why that's on there. The cruise, because it's going to make a statement. It's going to give me credibility, just like what she was talking about or was talking about. So that'll just make people understand that I'm serious. This isn't just something I'll play at. And you talk about 3 years of not tracking. I think I'm at 8 of not tracking. So you're way ahead of the game.
I can top y'all.
Shelley's been frustrated with me for years now. So all this will give me choices and freedom. And this is my kids and my granddaughter.
Oh.
Yeah. The big lot there.
And that was big for you to put that car on there too.
Mm-hmm.
She loves her Tahoe. We had a conversation though about that Tahoe.
Not the same.
Yeah, that's true. Doesn't make a statement. Cash doesn't make a statement like that. But
Right.
Take the car home.
Yeah.
Take the car
Well,
home.
and that's, I think I've told you, I've had so many conversations, but like whenever I first earned, the first car I earned 1 year in the business was the Red Green Dam. And back then I was a 25-year-old out of college. I was driving a Mazda MX-6, my little fun funny car. And so I thought I was all that. But when I earned the free car, I remember picking it up and going, oh, it's 4 doors. Like that was the first thing. It was red. It was cute and it was red. I was like, this is huge. It's 4 doors. I didn't have kids then. And so, but it had a new smell in it, and I got to drive it up to the school every day. And, you know, I kind of wanted to drive it off honking, but I didn't. I was told to be able to drive it up to the school every day and did that, you know, for a year before, because we had to earn our cars back then before we could, you know, become a director. And so even though I didn't necessarily love the car, it was something about it just being, I mean, it was free. And I was at the point in life where you're fresh out of college and you realize you got a job, but you're broke. And so the free car was awesome. And actually the one thing about the car, when we got married, my husband, you know how you find out things shortly after you're married? And he made the comment like, cause I was like, yeah, let's go trade our cars in and get a new car. You know, we got jobs. He was like, he's like, I'm not ever buying a brand new car. He goes, we'll go check out the used car lot, or, you know, like CarMax. And I'm like,
That's I know.
I was like, what? But I was also, I remember we got to the car dealership and we were looking at a convertible. I don't even remember what kind of car it was. And when I left, I was just like, oh, like how much the car payment was going to be, because, you know, our college cars were paid for. And so I just remember having that. I mean, I think I was sick in my stomach for about a week, just how I
say something about that, because, okay, we've had free cars forever, right? And my husband still keeps telling me I should take cash. So even this, I have to make a decision by Thursday if I'm taking the pink Cadillac. And so I go, okay, I'm really busy. I'm obsessed, right? So he went to the Acura dealer. He's like, we could get you a car. You could save so much money. When we looked how much everything is on this car, he came home and he goes, take the Cadillac. Like, there is no way. It would cost more than, he's like, oh, you could probably get a lease and you could do this for like $400. And by the time, I mean, again, they pay tax, title, license. I have to go get an inspection. I'm like, I have to get an inspection. When did that happen? I get a new car. But he's like, just charge it. You know, we'll take care of it. I mean, all of that, I figured out once that, again, probably the same as you, that if I had purchased cars without even insurance and all of that, we'd save $250,000 in like probably 25 years, 26 years. So think about that. I mean, there's your whole house. That is just that, and it's the best recruiting tool. That's why we got the Red Grand Am. It's the best recruiting tool. They don't care about money, but they care that your car's drive up and drop off their products. For free. They don't even care what it is.
I mean, it's just one of those thoughts like people don't think of a free car. It's just out there. I was gonna tell you guys, do get something printed off and get it onto your monthly goals. You know how there's a monthly, even though you have your big sheet and you have maybe on your phone, but do print off portions of it or something to put it on the monthly thermometer sheet, because you are opening that up every single day and week into your notebook. So it needs to be on that thermometer page too. Or you can even put, because I know most of y'all's sales goals can put you as a star. You could put a star prize, which kind of would be something for you, even though those other goals are more for the others. You could put that star goal even on that thermometer. But don't let your thermometer be blank. That's my point on that sheet. I mean, keep that everywhere. And that's one thing I picked up on Saturday is like, I think it was LaFrida told us to have Hawaii like everywhere. So like I put my name tag with the Hawaii like on my bed, like on my lamp. I put Hawaii on the front of my date book, and I'm not done by any means, but I try to put it strategically in places. And my lei is hanging from the cars, and just so that every day when you get up throughout the day, that's what's on your brain. And so your goal is on your brain, 24/7, everywhere you go. And if you forget it for some reason, you've got reminders around you.
Go by a area so you can smell it too.
I've gotten that far.
I just bought one and smelled the Hawaii.
Really? Oh, wow. I'll make my whole family smell it. Yeah, it's just like if you haven't had conversations, it sounds like most of y'all have had conversations with your family. I mean, I highly encourage that so that they're on board with you. Okay, awesome. So if you have guests here tonight, if you guys want to grab your pen and head out there, I'm not quite sure where she is on the guest, but that way you guys can close. And with the sales tickets should be underneath the mirrors. And I'm going to take. She's got some out there. Yeah, she's got some out there. So Lauren and, who else has a guest here? Oh, Yvonne. Yeah, so if you guys want to head on out there and pick for them. And if one of y'all will give me like 5 minutes or however much longer she has out there, that would be awesome. So you have the actual Star Quarter poster underneath here. Y'all have each other's back.
No, right.
All right, we'll see y'all in there in a minute. Right. Okay, so we're just gonna go over some quick announcements to kind of wrap up, so we don't have to do announcements when we get in the other room. First one I want to remind you guys about, did y'all see the purses at the front of the room?
Yes.
Okay, so our studio, is doing, we did that just as a jump start, for the new recruiting, and I have a question to ask you at the end about that, about the new,
Great start.
Great start.
Which we were having dinner going, I think this is right.
Can people who came in April
Have one month to earn. If they came in April, they have 1 month to earn.
So
like the
April,
team building.
May, June, July. And if they came in May, they had 2 months.
Yeah.
So they did retro it back to. Okay.
But they have to finish within the 4 months of when they came.
The 600 or 1200 or just
Or
600.
whatever, yeah.
Holy cow. I saw that.
And a team building,
For the $50 bonus for the recruits here.
and then it's like $220.
And they can recruit people. It's holy moly. Okay. I saw an email come across that email went to them today and I was like, wait a minute. So I clicked on the report and went in there and looked and my people popped up that had come in April and I was like,
April, May, June.
okay, so. Good to see you, girl. So yes, if any of you guys team build or added anybody to your team April, May, June, they're retroing that back to them. Like, so like what Barbara was saying, if they came in April, so their 4th month would be July. So if they ordered cumulative of 600, but
In July.
yeah,
July.
anything prior to July doesn't count. So it's what they ordered in July. If they came in May, then they would have July and August to get to 600. If they came in June, they have July, August, and September. And then you get the bonus. And does that apply to any of y'all? Did anybody recruit anybody April, May, June?
But like Gina came in June, so.
Right, so she's getting to be able
She has
to.
3 months.
And then when you add somebody, you get the bonus product for being a team
Which
builder.
is $220 in free product for bringing in a new team member in your first.
It's
4
when
months.
they get qualified
When they get qualified.
in their 4 months.
Which makes sense, they stay if they get
Yeah, right, yeah. Okay, so the point is, the purses. Share, share, and share. Okay, so there's the Kate Spade purse out there. That's gonna go to a prospective person. So like the guests that are here tonight, they're gonna fill out a little form. And as long as they answer my phone call tomorrow, and I can do a quick, just a 1-2 minute follow-up, ask them about, their experience and just ask them a few questions, then their name will go into the drawing for the Kate Spade purse. Okay. Any interview that you do on your own or sharing, sharing appointments, if I do them with you, their entry goes in. If you do one on your own, you've got to give me their name and phone number so that I can do a quick follow-up phone call again, just a 1 or 2 minute, just to make sure it's legit. You got to check on you. But that's how they get their entry into the Kate Spade person. For everyone you do, your entry goes into the Michael Kors bag. Okay, so if you do 8 shares, your name is in the Michael Kors bag 8 times. Okay, see how that works? So it's like, get excited about the purse.
Running it with the adoptees.
We haven't gotten that far yet.
Okay.
I would follow up.
I would follow up I would follow up and say Shelley.
Right. Barb would follow up with yours. Yeah. And so, but it's a studio wide, so like you guys are totally participating. These are some A-teamers, and so now we got to figure out who's going to follow up though with y'all people.
Okay.
But anyway, okay, and then so if somebody does, out of those people we share with, a sign up in July, because this is only a 30-day promotion. We're not taking it out of order. It's just to get the ball rolling. So if they do sign up in July, they'll get 5 extra entries into their Kate Spade bag. Okay, so you do an interview with Susie Q, you get an entry, she gets an entry, Susie Q signs up, she gets 5. And then the last 5 more. Yeah, so she has a total of 6 for the Kate Spade bag, yeah. And then if she does start off with a 600 in July, qualified in 1 month, we know she has up to 4 months, but she does do it all in her first order, then you as the recruiter will get 5 extra entries into the Michael course. So it's just 1 in 5. We just try to keep it super simple. So the Michael course is the big bag. That's the one we want. That was also for MK. And then the other one is for the guest. Okay. So if you're like, I don't know how to do an interview, I don't know how to share, you guys get a list, book them, and then just call me. Tell me, I'm freaking out. I don't know what to do. I'm about to go for a career chat. I have no idea what I'm doing. We'll do a 3-way. And anytime we do a career chat over the phone, I usually keep them about like 15 minutes. We don't give them the whole story of Mary Kay, you guys. We give them enough to get them excited and maybe want some more information. And we'll figure out what the next step is with them. Okay, so it's just sharing. And so I've got you can even send out a video. If you don't have the video in our texting coaching conversation script, just shoot me a text and I can send it to you. But it's a video that goes. It's Jan Thetford is the one we use. Jan Thetford with her gals. And they can watch the video, and then you can ask them the 4 questions, or you can tell them, hey, my director Shelly's going to call you and ask you 4 quick questions about the video, and that would count as the follow-up. And y'all, that's the easiest. You can make a list right now of 5, 10 people, and then to watch a video, and you shoot the text message, just ask them to help you out, and show them the pic of the course, the one that has the button, ask me how. Send them that picture and just say, send it to them with a question mark. No. You know the pic collage in our group that has the bag with, it has the button on it that says, ask me how to win this. Okay, all right, let's back up here, y'all.
It has both purses on it.
It does have both purses, but what they ask you about both purses, you say, well, I'm working on the pink one, you can have the black and white one. And so just send that. See the red button, y'all? It says, ask me how you can win. Yeah. So shoot it off to a bunch of people with a question mark and see what they, what their reply, like, tease them. And then when they say, well, what's that for? And say, hey, would you want to entry into winning a bag? And just for listening, watching a quick video and answering 4 questions, you'll get entered into it. Yeah, that's super easy, and you can do that anytime during the day, just to get the ball rolling.
And then you said they have to answer your questions in addition?
It's 4 questions.
Okay.
It's the same 4 questions. You can ask them the 4 questions, or I can ask them the 4 questions. But if you ask them, they still have to do a quick little call with me.
Got it. Okay, just want to make sure.
So yeah. So that's actually in our coaching, like when we coach our appointments and coach our facials. You can get them to watch the video prior to their facial, and so that's where all that scripting comes from. So that's a no-brainer. So like we could all go out and have 5 to 10 people watch a video. Okay. But if you do book a live one, just call me and say, hey, I booked one, and we'll figure it out how to do it. Okay, so that was one announcement. So don't forget that is going on, and of course I paid for a portion of the purses. I'm going into for them. And I was like, it'd be really cool if somebody from our group won the purses. Versus another year on another night. Okay, so that's that. Next week, told y'all pizza and possibilities. So our gals that are bringing food next week are Melissa and Mary. And we do need a 3rd person. Are you going to be here next week, Laura?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure? Okay. Would somebody else be willing to bring, it's going to be pizza. Y'all can do Little Caesars pizza. And then, I don't know if somebody wants to grab a bag of lettuce.
It's gluten-free, so I can eat.
Okay. Yeah, Polly-O's. I know y'all done that before. And if somebody wanted to grab salad or something, we've had salad dressings.
That's right. Okay.
I can jump in.
You want to jump in for next week? All right, let me put you in. All right.
Bring salad stuff.
And so what y'all can do is get on like a Voxer or text each a 3-way text message, and then y'all can, and I'll make sure y'all have each other's stuff.
Okay.
And then for next week, we have Suanne is on the front door. Lenise is gonna do our welcome and prayer. Skincare show is Mary next week. And then career level recognition. This is something new we've started. Like Lauren's gonna go tonight. I think she's ready. And Melissa's doing that next week. I do need somebody to be a greeter or a sasher. Our sasher next week. You gotta follow Yvonne tonight. Does anyone want to be our greeter? Sasher? Want me to do it?
Too early?
I don't know. I was just gonna tell you she just finished. Holy cow. Okay. 10 more minutes? Okay. We can talk for 10 minutes. We got about, okay. We just fashion and greet people at the door. You can totally do that. Okay.
They'll tell you what that.
Yeah.
What level star were you?
And they'll tell you which one. And so if you are doing like the table or the sashing, or the welcome or the food, I would say just try to be here like by 6:15, about 15 minutes prior. Okay. Gina, what's your last name?
Hill.
Oh, that's easy. Okay. Awesome.
I'll text you her.
Well, I noticed you put her in our in the Tuesday Facebook group. And we have some mutual friends.
Oh, how
So we had like four.
Actually, I had her put her email and phone number on the sign-in sheet, so we're good.
Yay. Okay, so that's for next week. Facials this Saturday. If you want to bring somebody here to the studio, it's always open most Saturdays at 10:30. It's going to be 10:30 for the rest of July and August. And then in September, we'll go back to 10. So we're just kind of pushing it back 30 minutes. We're just finding people aren't quite.
And they do their own?
No,
or
on
is
Saturdays at 10:30, we actually we rotate directors. So Ian will be here this Saturday at 10:30. You just have to RSVP to me, text me, or post it in the Facebook group by 9 p.m. on Friday night that you have a guest. And then when we do guests here, you just pay the $2, so you don't have to even worry about bringing your starter kit, which that's so we don't have a million starter kits up here. Now I do know there's a Power Saturday coming. I believe it's the following Saturday. Is that like the 21st?
That would be the 21st. Yeah, it'll be at
21st. I believe Tyra's doing a Power Saturday, and that just means it's open at 10:30, 1, I don't know, at 4 maybe, 1 and 4. But I'll post the flyer. The flyers will all be posted on there. So just know that all the Saturdays, 14th, the 21st, and the 28th, because even though we go to seminar, like y'all are back. So, and that's kind of how the directors are here. So we have someone else at 10:30 Saturday. So it is open, and if y'all know people are here, or you grab somebody and bring them, or if they live halfway between here and there, you can grab them on the way up. Okay, and then the last announcement I had written down was the 17th. But we're gonna back it back one day, the 16th, put a big star on your calendar on July 16th. That is preferred customer program deadline to enroll your customers. So you can go ahead and do it if you want to, but logging into Mary Kate in Touch, and that's so that your customers receive the holiday book or the fall book. The fall book. The fall book. And of course, those of you guys going to seminar, you'll find out what all is going to be in the fall book.
That box just
got on my board today.
That box just got some stuff today.
You know what? I totally forgot. Like I pulled my box and I sealed it, opened it up, and I was like, whoa, closed it back up, and I hid it. Because if I don't hide it, Alyssa gets into, my daughter gets into it. And I didn't want to come home tonight to it like spread out all over the place, and I have any. I went to my gift. I was like, buy deal. So anyway, that did land today. I'm so excited to go see that.
And you'll see it all at seminar.
Yeah. So that's why you guys will go see all that. And but definitely, enroll your customers because that's how they get the book with the sample.
And if you wait late, you might not get a sample.
Correct. So that's why we're gonna have all of ours in by the 16th. So even if you can enroll 2, 5, 20 to 100, just enroll and go ahead and include yourself. So I know they give us the book, but you can always put yourself on there too to get a book as well. Okay, so that's all I have as far as announcements. Did anybody notice that I did not do a July calendar this year?
I noticed that.
You noticed.
Did y'all need it, or I hadn't heard anything, so I was like, well, if they don't say anything, that's one less thing I have to do. Does that, I mean,
as long as we know.
and just posting it.
Last month threw me off, but that's just me.
Oh, because we were all over the place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tuesday, Thursday, back and forth.
Yeah. It's okay. We tried to spice it up, so now that you really appreciate Tuesday night.
I really appreciate it.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, so I mean, if we don't need it, I mean, that's one less. I mean, I'm pretty structured enough to
We
where.
put that in Facebook for us,
Right.
the flyers.
And I've already got the flyer for next week. I'll have it posted tonight.
Great.
So once I get on a roll, I just had to get myself back into the groove after last week was crazy. It's July 4th in the middle of the week. Okay, so that is all the reminders and announcements. Anybody else have anything that we need to chat about? And I guess we can turn off the video. So thanks for tuning in. I did have it posted so people can watch live tonight that are out of town. You want to say bye?
Bye.